Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Time for another tiny yoga talk. Continuing this series kind of on who you are and therefore what's the focus of yoga. So one system that I think is instructive in terms of self-identity in a sort of metaphorical way are the koshas, means the sheaths. So it says that we're basically layers of identity that we have to move through to get to the deepest, truest part of us. So the different layers, as I define them, are the outermost is the layer of your body. We work with that a lot in yoga, especially in the West. It's one of the easiest to manipulate. Then beneath that is the layer of your life energy or breath. We utilize that a lot as well. It's a little harder to focus on, but it's a very powerful tool. Beneath that is then the layer of your mind, and you'd think, well, your breath and kind of energetic life force you would be deeper than the mind, but the mind is a very tricky character, and it likes to lurk and hide in disguise, so it's deeper. So we really use the easiest to access layers, which are your body and your breath, as tools to start to work on the mind, because the mind is a cluttered mess that usually is a stopping point, an impediment to going deeper. So the next deeper layer is oftentimes called the wisdom layer. I like to think of it as the heart layer. And I think of it basically as a lens that's going to transmit what is deeper than that. So we can't really see that lens because the mind is in the way, or you can think of it as being a lens that the mind has made all dirty and obscured. So by using our work with our body and our breathing, we can start to clear the mind a little bit and get access to that heart layer. So what is beneath that heart layer? It's called the Anandamaya Kosha. I call that, some people call it the joy layer. That's sort of what it means. I oftentimes call it the layer of the soul, just for, it's an easy word to use. Soul can mean lots of things, so if you don't like that, choose a different one. But Ananda, it means joy. I try to describe it. It's not just happiness. Happiness comes and goes, can kind of go up and down throughout the day. Ananda is the joy that you can't add anything to, so it's complete, and you can't take anything away from it, so it's basically solid and unchanging. So if we can work with the body and the breath to help clear the mind and unobscure that heart lens, whatever is in the soul layer, the Anandamaya Kosha, can come on up into the mind and then be expressed in the body and the breath. Now, here's the problem, though, is that all these koshas, they include the word Maya in them. So your body is the Anamaya Kosha. It means literally the food illusion sheath. Even the soul layer, Anandamaya Kosha, the joy illusion sheath. So Maya can mean illusion. And if we look at that soul layer, we can think about it, well, you get down to that point and you say, I've got it, awesome. But from my perspective, the purpose of yoga is not just to reach that layer, but to see what might be beyond it. So they might lie beyond it. So the illusion is that that's the only thing. The reality, we hope, is that there's maybe even something deeper than that. A lot of that depends on your philosophical worldview. A lot of it depends on where you were born and how you're raised as to what you think about those kind of things, if we want to be honest. But Maya, illusion also has other meanings. I don't really like the term illusion. It's oftentimes used to describe the natural world that it's just an illusion, temporary. But an earlier meaning of Maya is the power that, like Zeus would use to take form, human form, or form of a swan or whatever in the world, to actually have hands-on action in the world. So Maya is also the power of the divine ones to act in the world. So come up to the body layer, for instance, your body. It's the Anandam, the Anamaya Kosha, Anamaya Kosha, Anamaya. Anyway, it's the kosha, it's the food illusion sheath. And so we can think of our bodies as just temporary and just impediments and just things that, as one of the Yoga Sutras says, we should learn to have disgust for. But I think that's taking Maya in the wrong direction. I think that it's a lot more instructive if we say, well, the body is temporary and always changing, so is our mind and everything else. But they're all the form of Maya that I sometimes describe as the power of divine creation. And I'm not talking about an old guy sitting on a cloud saying this is going to happen, waving his magic wand. It's the power of that divine beyond that. So you're a little piece of that, even though your body is illusional, it's a piece of that creative power. So keep working with your body, keep working with your breath. Hopefully you'll get a little clearer mind, can find that heart layer, all the way down to that Ananda joy soul layer. And then don't stop there. Keep looking and see what's beyond that. Have a great one.